This World Cup has the potential to be one of the best of all time. I have absolutely enjoyed watching every moment that I could of this World Cup. The games have been tight, the games have been entertaining, the football's been fantastic, there's been goals, there's been tight games, there's been so much positivity, and it only continues going into the quarterfinals. I haven't done many of these videos, so if you're keen for it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Get in the comments, let me know that you want to see more football reaction videos and previews, because I am prepared. It's summertime coming up here in Australia. There's going to be plenty of football. The Premier League's going to be rolling, the Champions League's going to be rolling, so let me know if you want heaps more preview and review videos on the channel. But starting off with Netherlands and Argentina, I've predicted Argentina to win the tournament, so I'm going to say that Argentina are going to win this game 3-1 against Holland. Argentina, I've seen quite a lot of them so far. Their games happen to be on at good times for me here in Australia. Messi is just looking unplayable at the moment. He is carrying this Argentina team through. Defensively, they're looking pretty solid as well. I know they conceded against Australia in the round of 16, but that was a deflection that really Martinez couldn't do much about. Other than the Saudi Arabia game, sorry if there's a bit of noise here, there's a plane going over the house at the moment, but other than the Saudi Arabia game, the first game, Argentina have looked very, very good. I've been very impressed with the way that they're playing their football at the moment. They've got goals in Alvarez and Messi, and Di Maria's back fit and firing. The midfield looks rock solid. Martinez at the back looks solid as well. They look very, very, very good at the moment, and they've got a very strong squad, so definitely not going to surprise me if Argentina are going to go deep. Netherlands, on the other hand, although they've looked solid, they just haven't blown me away so far. They did get a good result against the USA. I didn't watch that game, but looking back at the goals, they are a solid squad. But for me, Holland's just one of those teams where they're just not, I don't think they're there. They don't have that prolific goal scorer in their team at the moment who's going to take the moment, you know, by the scruff of the neck and really drag them over the line. That's what worries me with Holland at the moment, is just, are they going to be able to score big goals in big moments? So I'm going to say Argentina 3-1 to move on to a semi-final of the World Cup in Messi's last World Cup. Could he potentially get the job done? Hopefully we'll be talking about a semi-final with another big nation here. And the other quarter-final on this side of the draw is Croatia and Brazil. Now, this game is the tale of two teams. Brazil are the free-flowing, entertaining, all-out attack style football at the moment, where Croatia are the complete opposite. They have been the most pragmatic side I've probably ever seen in a World Cup have success. So Croatia really don't look like scoring a lot of goals, but they're also not looking like they're conceding a lot of goals, where Brazil are scoring lots and killing teams off very early. Now, Brazil look fantastic. I was one of the people that wasn't in the Brazil camp at the start of this World Cup. Now, I might be changing my tune a little bit there, and I feel like Brazil have the firepower. They're just fit firing. There's lots of people scoring goals for them. Richarlison looks good. Antony looks good. Vinicius Jr. looks good when he's on the pitch. Gabby Jesus, I think, popped up with a goal when they rotated the squad. They've just got goals from everywhere. They're just free-flowing. They're playing that typical Brazilian style of football. Neymar, when he has been on the pitch, has looked good as well. So I think Brazil are going to take this one out 2-0. I just think Croatia are going to struggle to score, but also struggle to keep this free-flowing Brazilian attack out, which means on this side of the draw, I've got a Brazil-Argentina semi-final, which that is going to be absolutely mental to watch, and I'm very, very excited to see if that's going to be a possibility. Croatia look very good, you know, with Brozovic and with Perisic and Pasalic and Kovacic and all those names through the midfield. Defensively, they look really good. Josko Vardiol has really surprised me, and no, I wouldn't say surprised me. I've known that he's a good player, but he's probably cemented his spot, you know, as one of those up-and-coming centre-backs that's coming through at the moment. Obviously playing in Germany for Leipzig. I think a big move could be on the cards for Josko Vardiol. Dom Livakovic has really cemented that #1 goalkeeper spot as well, playing in Croatia for Dinamo Zagreb. Maybe a big move on the horizon for him, but I just think up front, Croatia are really lacking. They don't have a firepower up front at all. They're relying on Perisic on the wing, who's playing as a fullback for Spurs. Kramaric, I do rate, but he's more of a 10 for me rather than playing as a striker. So they're really just lacking that instinct up front. So Brazil for me in that one. And we're going to move to the other side of the draw, England and France. Now, this for me is the biggest game of the round. I feel like whoever wins this game is probably going to go on and make the final from this side of the draw. Very, very different sides at the moment. Both very, very attacking. Both have scored lots of goals. Both at points have looked shaky. I think out of these two teams, it's you take the Kylian Mbappe factor. Harry Kane's only scored 1 goal. France is looking more likely through various options up front. You know, whether it's Giroud, Dembele, Mbappe at the moment are just looking unbelievable. Griezmann doing a great job in facilitating as well. Tchouameni's been very good. I think just France top to bottom have just been very, very solid. We saw them firsthand against Australia. Obviously, that was very early in the tournament. But France just absolutely unstoppable. I think they're firing on all cylinders. I didn't think they'd be this good coming off winning the tournament in 2018. Obviously not making the final in the Euros. But England, for me, are they going to play a 4 at the back? Are they going to play a 5 at the back? Is Phil Foden going to start? I just think there's question marks on England. I think they have scored. They've shown that they can score goals. They scored 3 against Senegal. Rashford, I felt, it's been a bit unfortunate not to start. Harry Kane has only scored the 1 goal, and that came here against Senegal as well. I just don't think Gareth Southgate knows his starting 11, where with Didier Deschamps and the French team, I think they're a bit more settled. So I'm going to say France going to take this one 2-1, but I could very easily see Jude Bellingham taking control of this game and finding a way to drag England over the line. But I am going to back France 2-1 over England. And the last game to predict, Morocco and Portugal. Now, this is the hardest game to predict. Is Ronaldo going to start? Is he going to play? Is he going to come on? Is he going to score goals? Who knows? I predicted that Morocco would beat Spain, and I am really liking what I'm seeing from Morocco. Is Portugal going to have too much, though? When you're thinking about Bernardo Silva's and Gonçalo Ramos's and other players, you know, Neves's and I don't even know if Moutinho's been playing, but I think Portugal look like a very, very solid team at the moment. I could very easily see this game being a 1-1, 0-0, going all the way to penalties again. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Morocco are going to find a way to get the job done and be the first African team to make the semi-final of a World Cup. I just think they've looked very solid across every single game that they've played. Sorry, there's a little bug on my lens there. But Morocco have looked very, very solid. They don't look like conceding a lot of goals. If Ronaldo starts, there's definitely a world where he could score a handful of goals and just take 1 or 2 big chances and kill Morocco off. But I think there's always one underdog that makes their way through the semi-final. I'm going to say it's Morocco. Let me know in the comments if you agree with these predictions. Let me know your predictions, and I'll see you guys very, very shortly. Pardon me. Very, very shortly for another review or preview of the quarterfinals and the semi-final.